Hi guys, what's up? It's Joel Pitt here, back with another video, and in this video it'll be for Love Island 2025 Aftersun Season 10 Episode 7. I'll leave a link down below to Episode 6. Of course, it's going to be spoilers. So without further ado, let's get on with it. So in the panel we had Joe Baggs, India Pollock and Amy Hart. We were supposed to have Toby come in, as well as Kaz, but instead it was Faye and Kaz from Series 7. They mentioned Euro champions for England again. We had Emma, Boris and Billy Kiss, the dumped islanders, who were going to be joining Maya. So they got on with the show. They were talking about Shakira and Harry. Did we see this happening again? How has Helena handled it? Tony and Cash spoke about them. Are they strong? Yasmin and Jamie, they were talking about, what's the next step? Will they make it exclusive? Do we see it lasting on the outside as well? Then there was a thing for Aftersun, the best WTF moment. So the choices are Megan and Blue return, Andrada and Ben's surprise dumping, Tony choosing Harrison in the recoupling when he clearly has feelings for Lauren, and then Harry seeing Emma as a Casa Amor bombshell. So this result was announced at the end of the show, and you could answer on the app, and it was a poll. There was an exclusive, unseen bits of when Maya was coming in, crashing the Love Island Fest. Emma said, she's excited to be leaving, especially with Boris, a sexy, hunky man, she said. Maya said boy kiss instead of Billy kiss. Then Emma spoke about the handwritten letter that Harry did in February. Emma confirms there was no game plan. They just had nothing to talk about, really. Joe asked about the whole armpits things, what that was about, and he smelled Emma's armpits. Boris stuck to bro code. He didn't want to do anything awful. He didn't, when the Casa boys coupled up, he was like, yeah, well done, and all this. He wasn't bothered. India asked if Emma was too involved. If to Boris it was, if Emma was too involved with the Harry and Helena situation, all this. Billy Kiss said Dejan was very flirty, and then they also spoke about Connor and Billy Kiss. Boris and Emma, just friends, I think just because of the distance, he lives in Slovenia, I think, still, or maybe he lives in Dubai now, I don't know, because it did mention Dubai, but, if they might see each other, who knows. Then they showed the best bits of them. Faye and Kaz are both single. Kaz is looking for someone. Faye is staying away from men at the moment. Kaz is friends with Cash. And then they were asking, why did you not go for him? But, really good friends, so they couldn't do that. Kaz would go for Cash, if they weren't friends, if there was some sort of spark. And then Faye said Cash or Jamie. And then they were asked which moment shocked them the most at the Grafties. They were saying about Blue and the Tony, that argument. Megan and Connor, are they happy? Are they not? Amy is happy for them. And then Joe is a fan of Connor as well. Helen and Blue, he's trying to shoot his shot, really. She's come out of a exclusive thing. She's heartbroken. And he's just like, let's give it a try. I'm like, okay. Meg and Dejan, they're strong. They asked the dumped islanders, are they? But, they're saying Meg is happy. I don't know about Dejan, they were saying. Angel and Ty, is she into him? I think, yes. I know that if it was, early on in the episode, or in the series, and they were coupled up, they would be exploring more. But now, they're not, they're just going to stick it out, I think. Maya then sweared when she was saying the WTF. Because I think it was after 9 o'clock and all, but she didn't say that on the first time. So the winner was Tony choosing Harrison in the recoupling. That's what won the WTF moment. Then they were in the beach hut. Yasmin was in the beach hut. She was talking about seeing the family. So this was live, so they're going to show Monday's episode tonight of that. It was a mum and a twin sister. It is heading into exclusive with her and Jamie, and then she's also said that glad Shakira's happy. Everyone is in for the right reasons as well, she says. There was an exclusive of Harry and Shakira chatting. He tried to kiss her, but she like moved away. But they were like cuddled on each other, and she said, "Oh, I'm going to take baby steps," and then she's there sat on his lap. Like, that's not baby steps. And then they were like, you know, what will Harry's mum say to Harry? An audience member asked Emma, and then Emma said, shout out to Julia, which I think is Harry's mum. And then she said, apologies, sorry on my behalf, or something she said. Emma, Boris and Billy kiss, like, who's to win? Ty and Angel, Emma and Boris won. And then Billy Kiss said Shakira and Harry. There was a lot of mixed emotions there. There was some boos, there was some cheers. It was mostly boos, though. I can't remember why she said that, though. That's an interesting, you know, winner. But anyway, that is all for this video. Thank you very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you in the next one.